Hello, my dears. It's Ashley Mooney, angel intuitive and author of Angels Are With You. And if you'd like notifications, just please click subscribe, and that means you will get a notification every time I go live or I post a video. You can also subscribe to my email list at ashleymooney.com, and you can get my first 22 angel messages from the book Angels Are With You. So, what an amazing month ahead. This is the month of August. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I do one overall card for the month. And then I pick a card for every week. And I just give you an overview of what's coming, your angel messages, guidance, support for the month ahead. So we've had a really interesting year, my darling. Like, huge transformation, huge letting go, huge moments of reflection where we were forced into lockdown, forced to stay home, forced. Last week was about healing relationships in particular. The month of July was about huge transformation, stepping into healing fires. I hosted an angel retreat with 33 people. Huge transformation, like bang, bang, bang. This year just keeps on giving and pushing us out of our comfort zone. I really don't know what the end of this, how we're going to look at the end of this year, or how the world is going to look at the end of this year. So much transformation condensed into such a short time. It's been really, truly incredible, and will be seen as a catalyst year. Many of us, most of us, will look back and go, oh my God, 2020, I remember that year so well. That was the year that I changed my job or career. That was the year that I left that relationship that wasn't healthy and found the person of my dreams. That was the year that I decided to improve my health once and for all. That was the year when I wrote the book. That was the year when I created my first online program. That was the year when it all changed. That is what you were going to say at the end of 2020, as well as a lot of grief, a lot of trauma, a lot of upset coming with this year. It's like bringing all of the crap to the surface so that it can be released and healed, that we can look at it, look at shadow and heal and release everything that we no longer want or desire in our lives. So very, very powerful year so far. And August is no different. I feel energetically like we're getting a little bit of a rest. But there is still the rest of this year is just going to be healing and transformation. It does not really matter where you are, what job you're in. All that we can really do is stay steady on the boat and do the best that we can. Keep our practice up, our spiritual practice, stay steady. So the overall message for August is a heightening of your intuition, your intuitive gifts. So you may start to receive more angel messages, you may start to get messages in your dreams. Things will manifest really, really quickly. Like you'll think about something and then within a day or two it has manifested. Or you'll have a dream and then within a day the dream has come out. My mother would say, that's me dream out, if something happens that's similar to the dream. So a heightening of your intuition, of your intuitive powers, divine guidance and a higher knowing, spirit whisperer. So this is also for all of you spiritual closet dwellers. You know who I'm talking about, those amazing, incredible people in my community, might be working in corporate, might be working in situations where they are hiding or have been hiding their intuitive gifts, their psychic abilities, their connection with angels. Like this can be their secret life in the background, where this month it's going to be so, so strong that you just won't be able to hide it anymore. It will literally be that coworker has a question and you're like, oh my God, will I pick an angel card? Or here's a crystal that will really help. Or you'll just have an intuitive hit or an intuitive nudge, or you'll just know how to support and help that person. And it will just be almost an irresistible pull or pushed to share the knowledge that you have inside of you, to share the resources. And the beauty of this is, the beauty of this is that 10 years ago, you might have been met with ridicule. It might have been a really big risk to open yourself and to share your gifts and to try and support somebody who maybe isn't on the same wavelength. But the reality is that this year in particular, people are much more open to this, in particular over the lockdown period that we've had at the beginning of this year. And so for some countries, it's still happening. People are more open. There is literally a crack has appeared, and we are all starting to realize that we all have a connection, and that angels exist. I have said many, many times that at some stage in the near future, we will be able to physically see angels. Some of us already can. I see physical lights as angels. In my mind's eye, I see the full vision, but with my physical eyes, I see different colored lights, signs of angels. But some people can physically see an angel as a figure or as a presence, and can communicate them with them as if they were a real person in the room with them. So I really feel that that's going to shift for all of us. Our intuition's opening, but you are being asked, my sweet love, to step out of the spiritual closet for once and for all. You might be already out, you might have one foot in, one foot out, and this is like, it's time, get out, because this moment has the potential to redirect the whole course of your life, my love. This is the moment, so be brave, take a step outside, give help and support where it's needed, and express yourself and your spiritual views. And that can be right down to environmental issues or humanitarian issues, or the issue around racism or spiritual activism. It could be around that as well. That's certainly resonating with me, that I'm becoming more active. I want to be more of a spiritual activist, somebody that's actually making a difference in the world, as well as meditating and communicating with angels and doing my work in the world. I also want to be a humanitarian. I want to help and support actively this change that's happening in the world. I want to add my voice to the things that are important to me and support the causes that are important to me. So huge month ahead, and deeply healing. Look at all this green in there, deeply healing. So the first week in August, there's still that sense of being hidden. So this big revelation, or stepping out of the closet that I'm talking about, in the first week, you'll be really hit with that. You'll be really guided to just push through and push out and really share and follow your intuition and support. So there's a big like this person is in the shadow, but she's holding a light. She is walking and holding a light. And that is what the angels are asking you to do. Light workers don't work in the light, we work in the dark. We work in the dark, we work in the shadow. We are the ones who are brave enough to go into the shadow of our minds, the shadow of the world, to bring light. And that's what you're being requested to do. Allow that light that's inside of you to shine out into the world, in conversations, people that you meet, into your community, into your family, into your friends, and really just allow that. Be brave. It's gonna require bravery, but your angels are with you and they're telling you that it is time. So you're going to feel that really deeply in the first week. Opportunities are going to come out, are going to come up, and you're going to be encouraged to just step forward. The second week is a bit of a celebration. So there is some parties, there's some fun, hanging out with family members, hanging out with your friends that feel like sisters or brothers, really deep connections. And there's also a little piece in here about acknowledging the season of your life, acknowledging the season of your life that you're in, acknowledging the season of what has happened to us all over the world this year, and the changes that we've had to make in our lifestyle, in our travel arrangements, in our families, in our friendships, and huge shifts and changes we've had to adapt so much this year. So it's an honoring of the seasons, the cycles of growth, the natural order and the divine order, the divine law and the divine order that we live within. So it's about just really honoring the season of life that you are in. You know, there might be this, oh my God, I want to fulfill my life purpose, but you have 2 young children, 2 tiny babies knocking around that need nappies changed. And, you know, I often say to people, just give yourself a break in those first few years you have young kids. Your life purpose is not going anywhere. You're living it, you're learning valuable lessons, but just enjoy this period as best you can. It is challenging and it's difficult, and reach out for help and get support that you need. So acknowledge the season of life that you're in. It could be also that you're in a season of life where your kids have grown up and they've left, and you are now have time, but maybe you're procrastinating. Maybe you're filling your days with minding your grandkids, or spending time with friends that are maybe a little bit toxic, or watching too much Netflix, or just settling into this idea of retirement, which doesn't exist. It should be wiped out of our vocabulary. So it's really looking at the season of life that you're in and honoring that and allowing yourself to do what you can do in your spiritual activism, in your spiritual practice, in your coming out of your spiritual closet, whatever your work is. Honor the season of life that you are in. So if you hear me say go, 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 but you have 2 young kids, forget about it. Just ignore. If your health is affected, ignore. You know, but if you have no ties at the moment, you have a very free schedule, then it is your time to get up off your and go and get on that life purpose. So that will be in the 2nd week. In the 3rd week of August, we have the Horse King, assistance and control. So there's 2 pieces in this. One is this idea of light workers, we don't ask for help. We really resist this. We are the doers, we are the caretakers, we are the nurturers, we are the one that wants to solve all the problems and heal all the world and do all the things for everybody. And there's control in that. There's codependency in that. It's not quite healthy. You can learn a lot about that in the book 4 Agreements and in other books. Codependency No More is a great book to read as well. So this card in the 3rd week there's a few messages in it. One other part of this message is that you're just stepping out of your spiritual closet. Make sure you have support. Make sure you have some friends. You're in a community that supports this spiritual awakening or this coming out. Make sure you're surrounded by people that can support you in your next steps. Because lots and lots of people will be receptive. This is the time. This is the awakening that's happening. But there will, of course, be those people that are not ready. They are not awake. They don't want to wake up, and they are happy to continue in the path that's in front of them. And unfortunately, there will be the ridicule, the non-believers, whatever. That's okay. Everybody to their own. So this is just a little reminder that you might meet with some resistance in the 3rd week in August, and you're just being reminded to make sure that you ask for help. Make sure that you have people, champions, support. Like I have really good friends who are spiritual entrepreneurs as well, who I can pick up the phone to at any time, day or night, and talk about stuff that's upsetting me or bothering me or challenging me or pushing me out of my comfort zone, and get support. I have communities that I'm in where I can get support, where I have discussions about coming out of the closet, the spiritual closet. So this is a reminder to make sure that you have support. If you want my support, you can jump into the Angel Circle membership. I think it's open at the moment. You can jump in, you can join that, and you can get the support that you need. That's a community where we are exploring spirituality, healing, and angels together. So that might be something. I will post a link in the comments, and that might support you. So that is the 3rd week. And the 4th week in August is the Word Lord. Communication praise. So this is an interesting card. And this honesty is there as well. So this is an interesting card. So it's about being careful of the words that you use. So it's tied in with this whole like spirit whisperer, coming out of the spiritual closet, expressing yourself, finally expressing what's inside of you. There will be some resistance around the end of the month to some of the things you have to say, but we're asking you to be brave. Your angels are stepping in, going, it's okay, keep going, you're doing great. And just the last week, you're just being reminded the power of your words. So there's a beautiful movie that I just watched on Netflix with my kids. It's an old movie called 1,000 Words, I think it was, with Eddie Murphy in it. Go and watch that. It's so powerful, the message behind that movie. But it's about the power of your words, that each word that you say or that you choose to say in the world can have deep power. I gave a very powerful message last week around relationships, and I could feel the power inside of me, the channeling that was happening as I was speaking those words, as I was asking you, if you were watching that, to just have the courage to step out of a relationship that wasn't working anymore. So it takes courage, and it's also about just being mindful and make sure there's that phrase, that's an unusual phrase, which is, don't throw pearls to swine. And it means there's no point in giving your jewels to somebody, your jewels of your words, of your expression, to somebody that is not going to value it. That's in your relationships, that's in your work relationships, that's in your friendships. Be careful of toxic people in your life. You know, if they're in your family, just reduce or avoid as much as you can, or this as much as possible, because we are still going through huge transformation. And you are just finding your feet. You are just navigating and opening up about your spirituality this month, and you're beginning to share. So make sure you have support. Make sure, especially when somebody gives you a bit of backlash for that, that you have some support to fall back on. You have a community, you have people, you have friends that can tell you, oh, just keep going, it's okay, we've got your back. So, and the other piece around this is to use words. So get yourself some books, get yourself some oracle card decks, you know, study, learn, do whatever it takes to be able to take the next step in your spiritual development. Join the course, join the program. So that is it, my darlings. It is an incredible month of August. I absolutely love it. I hope it goes so well for you. Click subscribe to this video. You will get notifications. I do weekly angel messages. You can be the first to know when they're coming, when I go live or when I post a video. And make sure that you have got, go to ashleymooney.com and sign up and get some of my free resources there, and in particular the first 22 angel messages from my book Angels Are With You is right there on that page, or you can go straight to the bit.ly link, which is bit.ly.com, bit.ly/22 angels, and that will bring you to sign up for those angel messages. So my sweet darlings, I will see you on Mondays. Every Monday, I post a live video about an angel message for the week. So please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you very much. Bye for now. Bye. Great week and a great month.